Hey guys, Noah from Stage 3 Motorsports here, and we have got the DeeZee Tailgate Assist that we're going to be installing on our 2018 F-150. So we're going to show you guys how to get this put on and give you a quick review of how it works. Stay tuned for that, but also make sure you head down below, hit subscribe, and follow us on Instagram to keep up with all of our other daily updates. So the first thing you're going to want to do for this install is drop your tailgate down so you have access to the lower bracket that holds it. And then these are two 10mm bolts, so we're going to take a ratchet and undo these, and we'll actually start with the top one and completely remove it, and then just slightly loosen the bottom. Now with that one removed completely, we're gonna take the bottom one, we're gonna loosen it, but we're not going to pull it all the way out. So what we're doing here is just creating some space for our bracket to slide in without having to completely pull that. So you don't necessarily have to do this step, but our truck has quite a bit of dirt in here, so I'm just gonna wipe this down and clean out the area where we're gonna slide our bracket in. That way we're not pinching a bunch of grime in between the bracket and the tailgate. All right, and here's the bracket we're gonna be installing with the little notch on the bottom. And that's why we didn't completely remove this, is that's just gonna slide onto the stud. So the next step is we're gonna take this little Allen screw and install it to hold the top part of the bracket. This is an M5, so you can either use an Allen key or we have a Allen bit attached to our screwdriver to run this in. All right, we'll just tighten that down snug. Our bit out. Once you've got your top Allen screw tightened in, make sure you go back, grab your 10mm and tighten this lower one up. Next thing you want to do is come inside the bed to the top bracket where your tailgate strap connects right here, and this is going to be a T50 Torx bit. So you'll take your Torx wrench and start loosening that up to remove the strap entirely. Once you have your Torx screw most of the way out, you're going to want to grab the end of your tailgate and just lift it slightly to take the tension off, and then you should be able to just get the rest of it unthreaded by hand and set it back down gently. So next thing you're going to do is take this bracket with the connecting ball for your little strut, and this is going to go right over where the hole was, and then we can also reattach our Torx screw. Once again, you're going to need to lift the tailgate slightly to get the tension off that so you can line it up and start getting it threaded in. As you tighten it down, make sure you keep this bracket positioned nice and parallel with the bed so it's straight. So now you're going to take your actual assist strut and connect the lower portion to the ball on the bracket. You can just slide it over and then give it a little hit and it'll pop into place. And then from there we'll start stretching it up to reach the top bracket. Kind of gentle pressure on here, pull it up. And once it's lined up with that bracket, give it a little hit and that should pop into place. Make sure everything's tight and secure, and then you should be good to go. So that wraps up our install of the DeeZee Tailgate Assist. You'll see it fits pretty cleanly right in there when you close the tailgate. And then once you lower it like this, it'll drop down nice and slow, so you don't have to worry about it slamming down every time you open it up. And overall, we do really like these. We've installed them on a couple of our other project trucks. They work great, super reliable, and definitely a really basic, easy install that you can do in your driveway at home.